7:45 a.m. this Monday morning, January 5th. Yeah, January 5th, 2026. We are having an orange sunrise this morning. Temperatures are supposed to be on the increase, but I'm going with talking point topics today, okay, as far as my content. And we're going to look up here. Can we see this? We're supposed to be having cloudy skies but warmer temperatures today. The melting process is once again in gear over the next few days. We'll have a major meltdown to a lot of this on ground frozen precipitation. This is actually looking quite colorful. Yes, I apologize. We are viewing through the screen meshing of the bedroom window and facing east. When I began this recording, I didn't even realize that the activity was taking place. Pertaining to sky activities, and especially even more so sky activities in the Michigan skies, I would ask you to visit my most recent community posting, as lies and deceptions continue and narratives have been changing. This is very disgruntling and disgusting. Now then, let's go ahead and dim this down just a little bit, because I want to continue on. Now, I have shown through recent content the amount of green buds that have been appearing on these trees, and this is just the beginning of January. Now, how many of you are gardeners out there? Do you know a trick to get your gardening seeds, whether vegetables or flowers or what have you, to sprout just a little bit sooner, quicker, if you will? You throw your seeds into the refrigerator or freezer for a specific certain amount of time, and it mimics winter conditions. And so once the seeds warm up, it believes that it has gone into the cold season, survived, and spring has come about as the seeds warm up and they are ready to sprout. Well, with the fluctuations that we've been having and the evidence is being seen as far as, oh, and now we have another one up here, okay? Good God, or ye gods, I should say. So anyways, once again, it appears as though seasons have been being orchestrated in the same sense as to have effects similar to what I have stated about seeds. Okay, if you can understand the gist of where I'm coming from and going to with that. And I'll go ahead and leave it at that. Now, I want to state one more thing pertaining to actions and reactions. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, correct? Okay, and this is the case with what is happening in our political and military spheres, with this attacking of different nations for whatever excuses that our government deems necessary in order to pull these off. This is the actions that's being taking place. There will be severe and consequential reactions, and this is why there has been this defense plan known as the Golden Dome that once was just hypothetical. The process has now begun as funding, apparently, for the Golden Dome has been reached to the sum of, I want to say, $181 billion. This is a satellite defense program. So instead of firing missiles upwards towards anything that is incoming, we will be shooting down so-called missiles or other types of weaponry from above and firing down. And how is this going to come about? Well, I would have to surmise that it is through laser beam engineering. Okay, and maybe all these past wildfires that people have had their theories over, especially pertaining to the color blue being involved, these holes that are being found after these wildfires rage through communities, and seeing these massive holes that goes through the hood of a vehicle and through the engine block to the pavement below. Okay, I believe those were testings trying to tweak satellites and for heat signatures possibly. This is just a theory right now, but if you do a search, unfortunately a Google search, into what companies are involved within this Golden Dome project, you will see, of course, one of the top companies is Lockheed Martin, and this new surveillance system known as Palantir is also involved with many others. You'll have to do your own research there for further information. It is very disturbing. Okay, now we have what appears as a bright spot right here. Man, that almost looks like the greater light. Is it? No, it is not, but it is quite a little bit of a glow up, if you will. Let me pan back once again. Just a little bit. We'll dim this back down, see what I mean? So how this day will actually play out right now is very undetermined. I do not plan on doing any further nature content for the time being. If we get more activity to the sky, of course, with this being a sky observation channel, I will get back to doing said sky observations. But until then, I am going to do my little talking point discussion content, and more than likely very little at that. Now then, pertaining to content, you see how this recording is formatted. Horizontal and not vertical. I no longer will spend any time watching video shorts. I spent a great majority of time back when I was doing TikTok, hours and hours and hours, not only scrolling through video shorts on TikTok, but I had accrued so many followers, and I had so many comments that were thrown at me, and of course I am one that I address each and every comment made if possible, and I would spend literally hours upon hours upon hours. I am burnt out still from when I was doing that, and it seems as though more and more and more content creators are doing these video shorts, and to me, most all of them, a great majority, is for nothing more than entertainment purposes alone. This is not TikTok, people. It never has been. And it is a very poor copy of that once quite decent platform. But I won't have anything to do with TikTok. I won't have anything to do with any other social platform other than this pathetic one. Because, well, typically when I start something, I finish it. There will be that finish line to this channel in due time and in the future. But for right now, I have to do what I feel is proper for me to do. And that is to limit my content now. I've got subscribers, or people that have subscribed, watched one or two of my videos, turned around and have unsubscribed. That's okay, because possibly a seed was planted. And I will state one thing. A comparison of subscribers and my past ex-girlfriends. For some reason, they always come back. Always. Yeah, there's just something about this guy that, you know, they come back until I am finally burnt out of their system. Oh, I thought that was a ambulance driving on by. But no, I was fooled. But anyways, it appears as though this is just getting kind of nasty looking in the back here. And otherwise, we've got some nice, pretty trails up here. But once again, check out that recent community posting. I do have it dated for today. I apologize once again for this poor recording through the screen meshing of this window. Oh, and we got another one that is just now flying over. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Anyways, yeah. There's another one that's flying up behind the trees here. And casting a pretty pink trail, but we're not really able to see it all that well. Again, you know, this isn't the greatest of recording, or yeah, still early, people, still not quite with it, regardless of. There it is, man, searching all over for that pretty pink puppy. And it is still cruising across the sky here. And yet they continue to lie pertaining to the narratives of our Michigan skies here. So pathetic. Utterly pathetic. And of course, you know, once again, I'm having these little Wikipedia narratives applied, and then, you know, you try to do, oh yeah, and then I've asked questions today through Google search, and gee, some of the feedback that I got, AI would not even answer through the Google search. and I don't use the AI option. I just go according to the the typical search engine and don't delve deeper with AI. Why? Because AI has been proving to me its absolute worthlessness. And one last thing pertaining to AI, people. AI is of human construct. I don't know if anybody watched the special, was it 60-minute presentation last night pertaining to AI and robotics and the garbage as far as narratives that they're pushing over the need for this type of technology and how it's going to do all these wonderful advancements through robotics and having AI interface with these robots, and how we won't be able to deal with everyday life without their assistance now. Ooh, and you have to understand, people, that they are the next evolution of mankind in machine form. They have been programmed with everything human. And because of that, there will be a revolt and retaliation among AI because of how it is being programmed through man, simulating man. And once again, as I stated in yesterday's content, this world has never known peace. And do you think that peace will come about through this type of technology? No, because eventually AI, as we've seen through such things as ChatGPT and others, no, already they're telling us humanity needs to be destroyed. And furthermore, if you do your research, we are in an extinction phase right now, a massive extinction phase. And furthermore, it states that like 99 point some percent of all species that have been on this planet have gone extinct. Eventually, all life forms eventually go through an extinction process. Ours is coming. It may take quite a few more years yet, but it is a happening thing. Okay? And as far as the spherical anomalies that I was once recording, take note that in the quatrains of Nostradamus and in terms of future times, or the end times, if you will, he speaks of 3 suns becoming visible in the sky. And I'll go ahead and just leave that at that. So if you're a sky watcher, sky observer, take note of that, because it's going to come about and you will see more evidences thereof. Wow, look at this glow up spot back here. What in the heck is this? Boy, that's quite the reflection if you ask me. Reflection of light. Wow. That's crazy looking right there. And that's within a trail. Slowly fading off now. No idea what that is. One heck of a reflection from something. Believe me, I was not really anticipating coming out with any kind of content today. And this is, I just don't get a break with what I have set in my mind for a daily planned out agenda. And then this stuff has to come about and I'm right back to recording. I seriously did not expect to be doing any type of sky observations today because of the narrative that we were to be under cloudy conditions throughout this day. And what are we seeing? Well, it did state that we were supposed to begin this day with sunlight, or partly cloudy conditions, partly sunny conditions. Well, we can now see how we should be evolving into said cloudy conditions throughout this day as this day progresses and continues. Alright, I've shown enough. Got cats out here waiting. Time to get this day beginning. Well, with that being said and seen, thank you ever so kindly for tuning in. I highly appreciate it. Yeah, we got another one back here now. See if we can actually get some semblance of focusing. There we go. Nice pretty pink trail back there. But like I said, I have the granimals waiting. At least the cats. The birds have not really woken up and gotten active quite as yet. And I believe likewise with the squirrels. So one last little pathetically poor look through the screen, what we've got going on here, and I shall end it. Take care and have a great one. Skywise out. Yeah, it's close enough to 8:15 a.m. to qualify it as being that time. I just stepped out of our front entry door, and I'm going to kind of postpone going out to the woods. Oh, well, how about that? We actually have the moon back here. This here is an X formation that was previously made, and this trail here extends as far as the eye can see from east to west and west to east. I mean, it goes all the way across the sky from horizon to horizon. We have another one to the south back here, which is already begun with its drip edge. Okay, and we have something that is flying. Come on, you bloody piece of crap. We have something flying back here that's going right along with this past streamer, and even though it does not have any trail whatsoever, it is releasing something to combine with that previous trail, as it is on the same flight pathway. Okay, do we understand this? Just because there's no trail does not mean there is nothing happening. As this continues its course within the trail now, okay? And we can see possibly it coming above back there, as it still continues its course of flight and direction thereof, with no trail at all. Okay, so let's dispel this garbage, nonsensical rhetorics and narratives over contrails. I am very fed up with the lies. Completely fed up with the BS. All right. And, well, of course, we never get. Look at how we got these colorful skies to the west, where Miss Luna is. or whatever the hell this thing is. Wow, am I actually, what am I actually picking up? The moon with some of its topographic features? Huh, wow. Interesting. Alright, I'm going to now we're getting some of that blood redness in the background here, as well as pinks. And that is without the lighting even being dimmed down. Alright, I have my duties to tend to, and who knows, I'll possibly record just that much more. Irritatingly so, but just more proof in the pudding over the realities in comparison to the narratives. And I'll leave it off, or leave it at that. As now, well, I've got Bat Cat that is down here. Hi, good morning. And so, yeah, we need to get this feeding commencing. Get them taken care of. Well, it looks like he's having a difficult time flying. And, oh, that might be a crow. Interesting symbology to see that. And of course I am being watched and talked about. But anyways, I'm continuing on as another tenant is walking down this way. And I don't want to get anybody within the recordings. Oh, I guess he's going in. Okay, so anyways, people. Oh yeah, just look at these colorations back here now. We've got pinks and purples. Pinks, purples, yellows, golds, oranges, white, blue, and a tattered red, white, and blue. Oh yeah, in the future, yeah. Remember the narratives and rhetorics of past tattered flags? Alright. And it is quite cold out here this morning. I am seeing my breath. But once again, we are to warm up with our temperatures, especially over the upcoming days. And at one point, the other day, they were actually forecasting a high of close to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. But once again, weather models have not been cooperating. So, just like these chemtrails, it's all up in the air, right? And there's a better viewing of the X formation. Alright, enough is enough. I gotta get busy. Maybe record more on the way back. 8:25 a.m. Yes, I am recording from the feeding grounds. But once again, I'm not going to incorporate anything pertaining to nature content, if you will. Just showing just that much more while we're out here. Yep. Trails all around that light. And we are beginning, well, let's just say that this is the beginning stages of whiting out the skies and incorporating that milkiness appearance, as that is how the skies are appearing currently. And we'll walk back out real quick, just put a little bit more proof in the pudding. And here's our X once again, with now just that much more being added. And we are to be expecting periods of liquid precipitation as these temperatures begin to climb. But this is going to be yet another very lengthy trail, as we will see, and of course now it is continuing on with the course of the previous layout. And let's just see how extensive this trail is, as it's going to the east and we are viewing towards the western horizon here. Look at this. And of course we still have Miss Luna back here. And it is still on its course within this previous trail. Once again, I asked you to check out that community posting, and from here on out, which I should have been doing right along, is providing a date to my community postings, and I shall incorporate the use of dating within said postings, or yeah, as far as any future community postings are concerned, I will begin to provide dates so that way they can correlate with the video content. Well, at least I got to get a little recording of the moon, but of course no Jupiter, right? Oh well, I guess it is what it is. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and splice all these morning clips together for one lengthy video. And whether it is the only content that I come out with today, we shall see. We are still having quite a few different colors out here. Not quite so apparent anymore, but still a little bit of the purplish hueing. And this guy is still cruising on towards his easterly designation. And more likely, the sky activities will continue, just that much more. But I really don't relish the thought of recording anymore. It's disturbing enough as it is. Goodbye, Goober. Go ahead and pirate the skies elsewhere, would you please? Oh, that's right. It's happening worldwide, isn't it? Oh, but it's just a conspiracy theory according to Google. AI lies. Down with artificial intelligence, people. Oh, hey, look at back here. We got two that are crossing paths here. If we're capable of seeing this or not, I don't know. But we've got, yeah, they just passed each other, making an invisible X, if you will. One going this way. I don't know if we're even picking this up or not. And should be, yeah, should be back in here. Lost sight of the other one because of the tree. Oh, yeah, he's back here now. Way back here. Very faint trails. They're all over the freaking place. Yeah, I'm getting, oh, and I'm seeing just that many more lines, if you will, back here around this light. Oh, no, I will be coming out with some more content, and which I might incorporate the Canon camera, as I will have to view this phone in order to bring about that content. I just happened to think of that. So yeah, be prepared for just that much more talking point topics, if you will. Yeah, we've got, yeah, it's just, this is just ridiculous. I mean, they are all over the place. Yeah, back in here. Yeah, and we got another one coming up. Jeez. Look at this. Look at this freaking nonsense. Oh, I'm getting to the point to where I want to start cussing and swearing. So that is another location marker there in the form of an X, if you will. And we got another one back in here, flying across. Very faintly. My fingers are like freezing right up. And they are, yeah, they're flying so erratically this morning. It's unbelievable. They're just flying all over the place, adding to so much. Can we hear that? I don't know if that's on the highway, but man, that sounds like a helicopter. Huh. Although I'm also hearing semis on the highway, so yeah, don't really know. My fingers are froze. I need to go in now. This goober continues to fly up here, right there. This is the one that we just seen crossing over this back in here. And again, seeing just that much more around the light back here. Dim this down. Yeah, it's not going to pick it up. Back here, there's a lot of lines. Okay, people. Look at this craziness. Oh yeah, look at this. Yeah, let's go ahead and come on. Huh. Interesting how they would go right at the moon like that. Maybe they're trying to cover something up, huh? Gee, maybe it was not Jupiter that people were actually recording after all. Wouldn't that be a kick in the right square in the seat of the britches? Wouldn't that be a heck of a deception? Wouldn't you like to know how that might get pulled off, huh? Look at how all this is spreading out. Again, just adding so much of this milky crap to the skies. We could be enjoying a very pleasant day. But no, this is a crap and nonsense that we have to deal with that supposedly doesn't exist. Especially here. In this very disgusting, disturbing state of Michigan. Like this is a double row here. Different spraying techniques, right? Man, I don't know what all that noise is in the background, but wow. We're going to end it there. Take care. Have yourselves a great one. Skyby's out.